Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to an episode of Essential Loot. This episode we're looking at the Thingy legendary Scav rocket launcher. This is going to be a bit longer than usual because we're going to look at how we can use this launcher to get every other legendary in the game. I'm actually going to start with where to find the Thingy. As most of you will know by now, there's a not-so-secret boss that you can find in Serenity's Waste, the first area of the moon that you come to in the game. If you fast travel there and follow the route from Janie's bunker that I'm showing you now, you'll find him in this lava cave. On normal mode, he'll spawn at level 30. In True Vault Hunter, he'll spawn at level 52. I just want to say now, this is a Godzilla reference. I've not heard anyone else mention this. Maybe I haven't watched enough YouTube videos on it. I don't know. I don't watch many videos for games that I'm currently playing because I don't want to make kind of carbon copy videos. But I heard him described as a big dog enemy in one, and it kind of annoyed me. This enemy is based on Godzilla. Anyway, he's not too tough. You may think because he's crawled out of lava that he's fire elemental and resistant to it. Actually, he's corrosive, and fire weapons will do a really good amount of damage. They'll take him down very swiftly. At level 30... a shooting star melee, if you're Athena, can easily one-hit him. I think I saw a forum title or something. Someone worked out how to one-hit him with a melee with Nisha as well. So look that up if you want to do something fun with Nisha. At level 52 though, you can still deal a lot of damage to him with melee, but his hitbox is a bit weird, as with a lot of like large Borderlands enemies. And in the end I just found using fire laser was the easiest way to farm him. Anyway, he explodes his loot friggin' everywhere, so get used to searching around his cave for a lot of it, but this is a pretty common legendary drop. The Borderlands wiki is currently quoting it as a 12% chance to drop. For a legendary, that's extremely good. I think I got pretty bad luck. I had to do it a few more times than 12% would suggest to get the 2 that I needed. And we'll get to why you want 2 in just a little bit. First of all, though, what is the gun like? It always spawns in corrosive, which isn't ideal, especially in this game when you're not fighting hordes of loaders every 10 minutes like you were in Borderlands 2. There aren't many armor enemies at all. That said, it doesn't really seem to matter. This is still an extremely powerful launcher. The initial rocket will actually do a pretty average amount of damage, but after that's exploded, it will release these 3 smaller cluster bombs, and they home in on nearby targets and deal huge amounts of damage. And even though it's corrosive, it's still pretty capable of killing a shielded enemy outright. This is especially useful in 2 situations. One is against stalkers, because the cluster bombs will home in on them even when they're cloaked. And I hate stalkers, like I really hate stalkers, so it gave me great satisfaction to watch them fall straight out of cloak dead. The other situation now is when you're in fight for your life. Much like the Cyber Eagle, this is a great weapon to have in your back pocket to get second wind, and all you really need to do is spam a few shots and wait for those homing clusters to find someone and kill them. The advantage being they don't even have to be in your line of sight. They'll go and find the target for you. So very useful there. However, and arguably the main use behind this rocket launcher though is its use in the grinder. As more and more enemies who drop legendaries are slowly coming to light, it's becoming apparent that the majority of them are one-time enemies. They will only appear in the game once. Just like with the shooting star, more often than not it's a mission-specific enemy who drops a legendary, and if that mission is turned in without the legendary being spawned, there's no chance to farm them anymore. This is very, very common with a lot of weapons in the game, and this is why I think they decided to put the grinder in the game. It gives you a chance to convert those more farmable legendaries into legendaries that you can no longer farm because you've already done the mission. So why is the Thingy useful? Well, you can farm any number of times that you want. He's near a loading point, so there's not a whole load of running to get to him. For example, you can farm the Bosun for a legendary rocket launcher, but he's about a 5-minute run each time you load. And the Thingy has a high drop rate, so it's absolutely perfect just for getting your legendary count up to use in the grinder. Now, if you don't know how the grinder works for legendaries, I'm going to briefly show you. There's not much to it, really. If you want a more in-depth video, though, there are plenty on YouTube by now, I'm sure. This is why I didn't really want to make one myself, because it would just be repeating what other people are saying. But here we go. You put 2 legendaries in the top. Make sure they're a high level as possible. It will take the average level. If you want level 50 legendaries, make sure you get 2 level 50 thingies. I had to get 4 to drop, and only 2 of them were level 50. The other ones were like level 48 and 49, so it can be a bit frustrating. The bottom shelf is for whatever type of gun you want. If you want a legendary pistol, put a pistol in there. Shotgun for shotgun, etc, etc. Do a moonstone grind. You can get your legendary with an awesome bonus feature, and you'll get an insane amount of moonstone from farming. I was capped out on it pretty quickly after starting farming him. It will cap at 500. But then out pops your legendary. If you don't want to have to farm multiple times for every legendary, simply dupe the thingy with a friend. 2 makes 4, 4 makes 8, etc, etc. Or make a legendary with the grinder on your friend's save, give the legendary to him, and then quit without saving. When you come back, you'll still have the same amount of thingies and the same amount of moonstone. He'll have the legendary, and then you can just make more. If you get the flacker like I did here, you may want to quit without saving and just not bother duping it at all. But there you go, an easy legendary that allows you to get every other legendary in the game, even if you've missed the enemy who dropped. And obviously you can get legendaries the same level as you as well, so that's always a bonus. Anyway, if you found this useful in any way, please leave a like, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you next video, and thanks for watching.